I am about to send the link out. First thing I like to do before I send the link out though is I notice that usually when I send the link out it like kills my flow state. So right now before I send it out I like to write down a couple of topics. Sometimes I don't write down anything at all. Actually, a lot of times I won't. But when I really want to give as much value as possible, well, I don't want to say that, but sometimes I want to make sure I'm touching up on the little aspect and not just the spiritual aspect, if that makes sense. More so like focus on marketing and not just mindset, I should say. And I'll write down a couple of the topics on here that I want to make sure I touch up on. And then I'll send the link out when I think that I am done. And tonight's training is going to be going over what's called Monopoly. Yeah. Because we about to take everything.
That's my mentor.
You know the vibes. I'll just have this little list in the background. Sometimes I won't even look at this thing. It just really depends. Mostly I just like to let God speak though. And then I start kind of getting this little urge, like I'll start playing the music and then I start really, which I can already feel it coming, like tonight's gonna be a good one. But I'll start getting this like rush of something coming in. And then I just tap in and I'll start flowing with the music on. We're expanding quickly. So right now I'm at Chairman 25 and we're well on the way to Chairman 50 run. Drake is about to smash Chairman here in the next couple of days. So we're in huge momentum right now, which means we have to actually do a lot more trainings. And I actually haven't been doing a lot just because there's been so many going on in the company that I don't want to saturate my own trainings, if that makes sense. So it's just something I'm just well aware of, just watching kind of what's going on.
Hey, what's up? You got any little what? It's about to be a good one. All right, I love you. Bye.
Quickly. I would say like the other thing I want to make sure I do too, just so like you never want to do a training just to train, just so you guys are aware of that, right? So it's really important that when you get on here, you really focus on when you're doing your trainings, you're not doing a training for yourself. And what I mean by that is most people get on there because they like to speak and they like to be the center of attention. And you can do that, or you can go make money. You know what I mean? If you want to be the center of attention, you just want to give trainings to train. Eventually, the team's going to find out, and they'll recognize it, and they won't want to be on. They won't want to be on the trainings anymore. They'll get bored of them. They could tell there's no value, and they could tell it's just for you. And that's why we don't throw multiple trainings back to back or any of that. Everyone's gonna make it.
It's lit.
Now's the time to think big.
Y'all ready for this training? Bet. It's going to be a go one tonight. I was going to see if you could send the reminder to Missy.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, I'll see you soon.
So we're gonna rock it here in like a couple seconds. Main thing I can just tell everyone right now is it's about to go down. You know, we're in quarantine right now, which means, you know, this is my first time, you know, ATMs and anybody that I really mentor, we're really an offline type of culture. So with that part being said, it's really new to me as a leader to deal with the retention all online, home events, since we're not having home events, dealing with online webinars and all that other stuff, and still keeping the morale up and keeping people wanting to keep going and all that other stuff. Because like I said, most people have an online culture, especially with what we do with Forex and all that other stuff. You know, we have an offline culture. And with that part being said, we're actually we're in a lot of momentum right now for us being more of an offline type of culture team, which means we probably would do double. I don't even want to say probably. We would be doing double the amount of volume and all that other stuff if we were to be having home events, hotel events, and all that other stuff. Because typically ATMs is having home events 7 days a week around the whole world. We have teams launching. We have blue check marks coming in. We have a lot of stuff going on right now, which is insane. Like I said, we're on quarantine right now. And the main thing I want to say too is we do everything with integrity, right? So, you know, you're not going to hear me say go attack these people while, you know, since we're on quarantine, they don't have jobs. You're not going to hear me talk about any of that. You know what I mean? So anyways, you know, you want to make sure you're just getting on there, giving true value. And that's what I truly believe is going to separate, you know, us and you or whoever's listening from everyone else, is really giving the true value. But anyways, I'll see you in a second. We're going to blast some music here in like 32 seconds and send this motherfucking link out. People are already getting on here. I'm still on the
What's up, bro? Hey, is Laurel and their squad ready for the call?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Alright, baby. Alright, just call and make sure.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
Bro.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we do in ATMs is, you know, we make sure we don't just drop the links in the chats. We also make sure that we call through every single leader. You know, my team's about, you know, 600, 700 people right now. So if you just drop it in Bangarang, you drop it in your group chats, people like to hide. So you go through every single leader. Yeah, it's more trench work, but so it's more quality. You know, everything we do in ATMs is about quality. So you want to make sure that you call through every single leader, make sure they're ready for the call, because it's the little people that the trainings are really for, the new members, the P150s, the P600s, and most of the time those people aren't really the ones more active in the chat. So you got to call through these people, make sure they're ready for the call. So before every big training, your phone should be at least calling through every single person on your team, every single leader. And that's the difference between a leader, right, and someone that really wants it and someone that, you know, doesn't really want it. I'm gonna be real. So learn that from Cash. I think we just dropped the link too.
Yeah, and so the other thing I'll tell you is what I'll do is I don't want to drop my own link because it devalues the link and it devalues me. It's better if I have one person drop the link and everybody hops on the call. I don't know why I believe that or why I think that. It's kind of how my mind works sometimes, but I believe that if I believe it loses its value if I'm the one dropping it, and it gives me more credibility if someone else is dropping it. I don't really want to promote my own call. It sounds kind of weird, right? So with that part being said, yeah. And Jake, you're gonna have to kill it. The whatchamacallit. By the way, that's I'm only saying that for you guys right now, but that's the money, and he's doing that on purpose, by the way. True ATM. That's the money in the chat room. I'm only telling him to do that for you guys. He never mutes that fucking thing. But True ATM.
Cash Cartier.
I'm gonna be so real. It is not uncommon for me to play the same song over and over. It just depends because I want to be in the flow state. I don't care if anyone gets annoyed or what. Like whatever makes me feel good, that's what I want to be in. So flow state at all times. Notice how all I keep talking about is my energy, flow. That's all we're talking about. Being in the prime spot. And I think it's dope to get this build up on camera here. Because, you know, I think some people just be throwing down a training, throw down a training. You know what I mean? We take this shit really serious. Especially when you have hundreds and hundreds of people sometimes thousands and thousands of people, coming on here to get true value, and you want to make sure that you're being the individual giving them true value, like I keep saying. So take it really serious. You don't want to just be throwing trainings just to throw fucking trainings. But it's game time now.
Lines, but this time they ain't really letting me get by. Fuck, I'm finna do with this shit now. Damn, I know this nigga finna be wild, knowing this nigga about to kill me on it though.
Yo, really quick. I really feel like I'm gonna pop off on this one. I'm just gonna let y'all know. I recommend getting everybody on here because I feel like it's gonna be a good one. And my feelings are never wrong. Love y'all. I'll see you in a minute. Call through your teams. Let's get everyone on here. We're in massive momentum. I know there's trainings going on around the entire company, but we be doing shit a little bit different. So with that part being said, get everybody on here and let's pop this off really soon.
Now, don't nobody ever wanna book before a show. I ain't got no songs when I go and spit freestyles. Try to make songs by the pressure, but nobody ever get it. So I take it out on poppin' niggas beats now. I ain't never trap, I ain't never slug a gap, but the world don't know. So fuck it, I'm a G now. So what the fuck wrong with it?
Boom. Can everyone hear me? Everyone hear me? Lit. What's up, everybody? Good. All right, let's run it. I don't really like to do hype on the call, so I'm just gonna get right into it. You guys, I'm glad to be on here. I'm glad to see everybody on here. We're at 200 people in counting here. That's lit. You guys, we're in massive momentum right now across the whole company, obviously, right? This is something that is truly amazing right now. The first thing I just wanted to kind of talk about for any of the veterans or anyone that's been here last year, that I want to say that when we had that inflation, that inflation momentum, if you know what I'm talking about, that inflation ranks, that inflation of volume, right? What you'll realize is that many of you have actually hit that next level and with less people, meaning you haven't even got to your highest peak of volume. You haven't even got to that next level, that volume where you were in the past. And yet at the same time, right, you are still, you're still like literally doing better than where you were. Sorry, I gotta make sure my internet's off because I don't want to lag on here. And you're still doing better than where you were. The other thing to realize is we're actually all popping way more ranks, right? Way more ranks through on this come up, right? So those are amazing things, right, that I can say right now that's going to tell you that this is going to be sustainable growth, right? It's something that we can control. It's something that we are going to, going to be able to withstand and withhold and all that other stuff. We just got to make sure we're focusing on product retention and all that other stuff. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody that I can almost say, if you look at your back office right now, most of you are literally not even at your all-time high in volume yet compared to last time. And you're already, at the rank up that you've been waiting for and all that other stuff. So that's amazing. Congratulations to everybody that's ranking up across the entire globe right now. There's a lot of people on here. If you're on here, shout out to you. I think I've seen Martin and Maddie on here for sure. Shout out to y'all for being awake. I think it's like 4 a.m. out there. So UK, I love y'all. But moving forward, let's get it right. So, one thing I want to talk about is with this giant momentum that we're having right now and that we're all experiencing right now, we have to be molding our leaders very, very quickly. And so with that part being said, what you're going to have to do is get them experience. Experience is what's going to mold them a lot faster. It's not going to just be trainings, right? It's not going to be just trainings. An hour in the field is worth 20 in the classroom. So give them that hour in the field. And so what you're going to want to do is these are the level of stages of duplication, right? And it's going to be, I do, you watch. I do, you watch, right? Now, we both do a little bit together. And then the last one is, you do, I watch, okay? On all forms of duplication, you should always be looking at that, okay? You should always be looking at that. That's how you're going to duplicate. Now, notice that I said, right, we'll do a little bit together for the number 2 on there, etc. What's my point? My point with that is that what most people do, the biggest failure that I see when it comes to duplication, and people are saying, Cash, why am I not duplicating? Is because you're telling someone what to do and you're not showing them what to do. You're telling them to throw a home event. You're not showing them how to throw a home event. You're telling them to take an op call, but you're not showing them how to take an op call. Now, notice I gave you 3 different stages. You should be going through all 3 stages with them. All 3 stages with them. That is the key to duplication. Even till this day, right? Drake, who's about to smash Chairman 10, right? Tim, Mike, Drew, Luke. We still do everything together till this day. We'll still walk each other through things. So it doesn't matter what level you're at. You're always going to be learning. Even when I'm talking to Matt Rosa, Jason Brown, they're still walking me through things. It's never just, hey, go do that, right? You've got to make sure you're showing people, because what we forget is that for some of us that have been doing this for a long time, we forget what it's like to be brand new, okay? And am I chopping up for anyone? I want to make sure, because this Wi-Fi can be low. I'm good? Okay. So I want to make sure that we're doing this, because I see a lot of complaints on why the team isn't duplicating. The team is not going to duplicate correctly, or leadership is not going to duplicate correctly if you are telling them what to do and not walking them through it. You've got to learn to be patient. Now, with that part being said, what I want to talk about on that is going to be the 4 stages of learning and mastering anything. And if you were on my live last night, this was what I was going over. Okay, now I wrote this down because I don't have it down like that. But let me go over. Okay, so number 1, okay, is going to be unconscious incompetence. Number 1, unconscious incompetence. And if someone could type this in the chat box, that would be awesome as well. Okay. Number 2, conscious incompetence. Number 2, conscious incompetence. I'm gonna say it one more time. Number 2 is conscious incompetence. Okay. Number 3, conscious competence. Number 3, conscious competence. One more time, conscious competence. Number 4, unconscious competence. Number 4 is unconscious competence. One last time. Number 4 is unconscious incompetence. Now, as you go through the stages, it gets stronger and stronger, the level of knowledge, the level of learning. And so number 1 is going to be the weakest. Number 4 is going to be the strongest. Now, with that part being said, okay, number 1, what does that mean, right? Unconscious incompetence, what does that mean? It means you don't know what you don't know. It means you're unaware, you know nothing, right? You know nothing, you're unaware. That's it. You don't know what you don't know. Okay, that's unconscious incompetence. The next one is going to be conscious incompetence, and what that means is you are aware, but you don't know how to do it. Meaning you're aware that there's something that needs to be done. You're aware that we might have to talk to people. You're aware that we might have to click a button to trade, right? But you don't know how to do it, but you're aware of it, okay? Now, the next one is going to be conscious competence, right? Conscious competence means you know how to do something, but you have to think to do it. Now, guess what? What I'm doing right now is conscious competence. I have to think, right? I can't just flow on what I'm going over. I'm aware of it. I don't have it mastered, right? But I have to think I'm aware, and I can speak it to you by reading this, right? So I'm doing conscious competence right now. And again, that means you know how to do something, but you have to think to do it. The last one is unconscious competence, right? And that's going to be, you don't have to think. It's like breathing. And you don't have to think. It's like breathing. It means that this is where you are now mastered whatever it is that you're doing. It is now second nature. It is now part of your soul, part of your thinking, part of your heart, part of your passion. It's everything. This is Super Saiyan. You can tell I'm just now tapped in, okay? Now I just tapped in. And so now that I'm tapped in, you're going to tell I'm going to be flowing. I'm in unconscious, right? I'm in unconscious competence
right now. My body language, my confidence, all of that is gonna boost because, see, notice how I was reading, I wasn't confident. But the second I started going into myself, the things that I do know, now I can flow. You want to master, right? You want to master everything. In order to master everything, it's gonna be getting into the field. It's gonna be getting into the field. Now, the other thing I want you to be aware of is in order for you to have other people master this, you have to be aware of these levels, these stages, so that you can help them and walk them through it. Most people are around 2 and 3, and we expect them to get to level 4. I've been doing this for going on 5-6 years now, okay? So with that part being said, it's now in my subconscious mind. But we've got to make sure that we're walking people through this over and over. The key to mastering, the key to getting it into the subconscious mind, the key to unconscious competence is going to be repetition. Repetition. That's why we're always so repetitive. It's to pound it in your head. This is the ultimate form. This is the ultimate form. This is going to be, right, your chairmans, your 5Ks and chairmans and above. The other ones, right, when you first come in, that's like they're not even 2 and 3. They haven't recruited, they haven't done anything. That's going to be number 1. The second one is going to be P150, right, P150, P600, around that stage, okay? That means they're aware they need to do something, but they're not 100% sure what they need to do. And then the last one, right, the third one, that's going to be all the way up to about P5K, okay? Meaning at 2K, you're still having to think to do things. But now what's going to happen is once you get to P5K, right, P5K is where you're kind of in the middle. And now for you to get to that next level is where you truly tap in. That's called chairman. That's when your mind takes over. That's when this is your world now, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Like that means like you literally tapped in so much that this is your world now. Now money is flowing to you no matter what. Money is coming like with ease. Abundance is coming with ease. You're able to attract, you're naturally thinking positive. You're naturally blocking your energy. You naturally know how to talk about the business. This is now a lifestyle. You don't have to think to grind. You wake up and you grind. You're breathing and you're grinding. You don't have to think. You don't have to make yourself. It's just your life is the grind. And that is at the level of chairman. That's when you truly tap in. Now you have field vision. I call it field vision. If you're a running back, right? You're running down the field and you're sprinting around, right? You have field vision. You can see what's going on in your peripherals, and you can also see what's going on in front of you. You can also see what's going on the right side, left side, behind you, all of this other stuff, right? Because you're in that flow state, that unconscious competence level. And so you want to understand that I don't care what position you're at. If you're not at the rank of chairman, in my personal opinion, you are not yet in the unconscious competence level. Now, some people might disagree with me. That's up to them if they want to. But from my knowledge, right, the gap, even just from going to 5K to chairman, it becomes a whole different world. You start having these clicking moments over and over and over. That level of growth from 5K to chairman is when you truly tap in. And now you're able to look at the problems that no one else sees. You're able to remember, hey, in Africa, I got to make sure I have that event going on out there. I got to make sure in Dallas, Texas, right, that this event's getting up there. I also got to make sure the training's going on. I have a call tonight. I know that such and such needs to get to P600, such and such needs to get to P5K, right? Your organization's in the thousands, and you're aware of everything going on around the world, and you have it down in one thought. In 1 second, you're aware of all of it, okay? It's almost like you almost don't even need a whiteboard because you're so tapped in. It's like you become godlike at that stage. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And with that part being said, that's the flow state. That is the level of learning I want you to understand, because anyone that really understands the subconscious mind is the most powerful thing ever. It's the most powerful thing ever. And so what we want to do is we want to boost the confidence level within you, okay, and your team. Now, most of you, what you do is you want to boost the confidence level, right, in your team first. But you have not done it within yourself. And so how do we boost the confidence level in ourselves, and how do we get and tap into the unconscious competence level? How do we tap into the level of mastery? How do we monopolize the world within our mind, right? How do we do that, right? It's really simple. Once we're aware of something and we start consciously making that decision to get better at it, what happens is it boosts our confidence level, right? It's like your first day at school, you're a little nervous, right? You're a little insecure. The second day, right, you're a little bit more aware of what's going on, but you're still a little nervous. A weekend, you're still a little nervous, right? What's boosting your confidence level? Now after a year, right, it's just life in there. It's just life at school. And so what's my point? My point is that in order for you to get more confident in something, you just have to understand. You have to keep making yourself understand more and more and more. That's going to happen with law of attraction. That's going to happen with this business. And so for you to boost your confidence level, you have to, guess what? You have to study the things that you know you need to study and master them. Here's the thing. I used to not be good at closing. And then what I did is I started studying closing. And then I got to the point where my confidence level got higher. And now I can close without even having to think about it. I'm not going in there to close. I'm going in there to have a sincere conversation. But my subconscious mind is going to take the route of least resistance and going to go from point A to point B, straight line persuasion automatically. Hopefully that makes sense. So you want to understand within yourself, not just in other people, that what we want to do, this is a fire-ass training right now. I'm telling you, you really got to understand what I'm teaching you and the power in this. And so what you've got to do is understand it's so simple to actually boost your confidence level. All you got to do is make the conscious effort to get better at it, to study your weakness and get better at it. Study your strengths and get better at it. And now, once you hit that level of chairman, now you're teaching everyone how to do everything. Now you're just duplicating your success. You're just duplicating everything that you've learned, right? And it becomes that simple. So the reason why it's so powerful to follow, right, the P1Ks, the P2Ks, the people that are right in front of you is because they're having to think to get it done. And so why is that so powerful? Because I don't know how to explain to you how to breathe. I don't know, like I can't explain to someone how to make my heart pump just like you can. And that's subconscious mind. And so when what happens is when we get something into the subconscious mind, it's actually harder to explain sometimes because it's like, it's just part of us at that point. So the person that's right in front of you is able to teach you better because they're currently mastering what's right in front of them. And you're able to watch in firsthand nature what it is that they're mastering. Okay, does this make sense to everyone? No hype, drop a 1 if this makes sense. Okay, cool. I mean, what's someone just gonna say no? I don't know. I expect out of that, right? So that's that. I really think it's so key that we understand how it is that we learn. Our learning is going to change our world, which will then change our life. Remember, I cannot change what you do, but I can change the way you think. And if I change the way you think, then I can change what you do. And so we want to always be thinking, right? How can we change people's mindsets? And what I'm wanting to do is we're in the stage where we got to believe in ourselves much faster. And I'm not going to get into that yet, but we're in the world of we've got to believe in ourselves much faster. Okay? And we've got to move quickly on molding our leaders. And so don't only apply this to your leaders, but apply it to yourself and vice versa. Remember, most of you are only going to look at this one-sided. I want you to look at both. Master this. So the next thing I want to talk about is while we're molding leaders, many of you are getting really big teams, but what you're not doing is you're not running your team in a synchronized manner. What I mean by that is your team is very broad. It's growing very broadly. You're not running on one wave. You're not running in one arrow with each other, one direction with each other. Everyone's kind of spread out. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. What we want to do, I want you to look at it like this, a large crowd, and everyone's wanting to get in the building, right? And it's spread out everywhere. Some of you, that's what your team looks like. What we want to do is make it to where it's aligned. And now when they're aligned, everybody can funnel in the building a lot easier, a lot simpler. It's a lot more organized, right? And so how can we do this? Remember, I'm just going to change the way you think, because if I could change the way you think, then we can change what you do as a leader, and you're going to understand this a lot better. So my goal here is to take a different training. I'm going to go at this a different way than I normally do. Instead of telling you what to do or whatever, you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm taking examples and I'm going at this a different route because I want to see if this is going to be better for your learning. So with that part being said, I want you to look at walking ATMs. I want you to look at, QC, whatever it is that your business or whatever it is that your team is on here. I know there's several teams across the world on here, and I want you to look at whoever is running the main organization, the main system for your team. Now, with that part being said, okay, I'm going to talk about walking ATMs because that's, our squad right now, right? And so what you want to do is you want to look at your system as America, right? As America or the UK or wherever it is. But why I want to talk about America is specifically, right? America has the American government. And now in the American government, that's the big system. Now, within that system is going to be the states. And now what those states are doing is the culture is a little bit different, but they're still plugged in to the American culture. It's still America, but they have their own, they have their own kind of style of things. And so within walking ATMs, we're well aware that our culture, that our culture is going to be a little bit different, right, in different organizations within the big organization. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that everyone is plugged in, right, that everyone's plugged in to the big system and staying within the guidelines of how it is that we do things. And so everyone's going to move a little bit different. That doesn't mean someone's is better. That doesn't mean someone's is worse. That just means that that's your style. That doesn't mean that Texas is better than California or California is better than why not, my not, right? Or any of that other stuff. Sorry if you're from there. I didn't mean to say that. I don't know how that came out, but whatever. It doesn't mean that anything's better than the other, okay? It just means that you're doing things differently on a smaller stage. You don't change the system. You don't change the system. Don't hear what you want to hear, right? Hear what you should be hearing. I'm just saying that it's going to be a different type of, like a different type of swag going on, okay? You should always take pride in the country. You should always take pride within the big organization, within the big culture. You should always take pride with that. But at the same time, right, keep in mind that you've got to group your team. And that team is going to become a representation of you. I'm talking to many of you at the positions more so of 2Ks and 1Ks, okay? More around that group right there because your teams are more so in the 50s to 100s, okay? And many of you have your teams spread out. So what do? Now what you look at is within the government, right? You have the leaders. And so write this down, right? And amazing things happen, right, in small groups of people, or small groups of people can do amazing things. And that's why we send the Navy SEALs, right, SEAL Team 6, to go get shit done. That's why when we want to move, we move in small groups because you can't get the masses to do what you want. This is a very, very good call when it comes to building leaderships and building building organizations within organizations, okay? What you're gonna realize is right now, I'm stepping back and letting more and more people kind of do their thing because we're getting so big. I cannot make everybody or hold everyone accountable. I have to let the leaders' energy just kind of go in there. right? And so I'm stepping back and letting the leaders' personalities take over. All we can do is say, leaders, stay as close to what you've learned as possible because we're growing so fast. So don't grow an ego right now. Now is not the time to get cocky. Now is the time for you to be very aware and and understand that you have a lot of responsibility that you have to take on right now. And so what you've got to do is find your star players. Find your SEAL Team 6, if you will. Find them, identify them, and move with them. Game plan with them, right? Get your information from them. They're going to pass the information up. They're going to pass it to you. This is going to be the art of monopolizing this entire industry right now, because this is going to be something that I'm telling you right now, no one's going to teach you. So what we've got to do is identify those small groups and move within the small groups. You take your people that are tenacious. You take your executors. You don't take the has-beens. You don't take the wannabes. You don't take they have so much potential. You don't take potential. You take the what is. You take the who is. You take those people and you move with the tenacious. You move with them because they're going to execute. They're going to get stuff done. They want to do things now and execute quickly. The best time to do anything is now. And so with that part being said, you want to move with them because that small group will now hold another group accountable, another small group, which will hold another small group. I'm not going to tell you how many people or any of that other stuff. I don't believe in complete structure, just like I don't believe in a big system. I don't believe in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have everything scheduled out. I like to feel things out. I look at it like this. When I go to pick up a weight in the gym, right? Some people like to look at percentages. I like to just pick that shit up and tell me what I'm going to pick. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling good today. Let's lift that shit up. That's how I like to be with business sometimes. I don't like to keep a set of rules because I need to be able to move. I need my spiritual side to be able to take over. I need my intuition to be able to take over. I need God to be able to do his thing. And sometimes God isn't going to be within the numbers. God is going to do whatever God needs to do to make things happen through you, through me, or whatever. So I don't believe in limits because they will limit you. I don't believe in limits because they will limit you. So that's how you want to move. I'm not going to give you a structure on that, right? Chat activity. Chat activity. The chat is the heart of your business. Show me what your chat looks like, and I'll tell you, right, what your momentum looks like. If you are not participating in your group chat, your big group chat, your mainstream chat, you don't have momentum. If you are not participating in your big group chat, you probably will not have momentum anytime soon. Why? Because you're saying that I don't have a team to interact with right now, right? And what's going to happen is there's someone in there that doesn't have a team that's going to be in there, that's going to be responsive, that's going to be doing those things. And they're going to be on the come up. So what you want to do is take initiative to get involved in your chats, right? The thing is that most people, what they're doing is they are hiding. They're not looking at the chats. They're not aware of the chats. They're not in the trenches. They're not on their phones. They're not on calls, right? They're not participating. Then you'll have the people that are participating, right? But what I can tell you is the people that don't participate in the chat rooms are usually the selfish leaders. Those are usually the leaders that they don't really have strong relationships. They don't really care about the culture. They care about talking to someone to get them in the business. And once they get them in the business, they throw them in the chat. And then they let everyone else do the work because they don't want themselves to do the work. Those are those leaders. And a lot of you on this call are some of those people. Don't be that person. Make a conscious effort to get involved in the chat room. The chat room is your main source of communication. The chat room is where you find out information. The chat room is when you're finding out who's in the business, who's active, who's working, who's hungry, who's thirsty, who's starving, who wants to make money, who's going to make you money. That's what the chat room's for. That's what it's for. So get involved, right? I mean, if you're the CIA, how are you going to communicate? I mean, if you're in this business, how are you going to grow with no communication? How you do anything is how you do everything. So don't sit there and not communicate in the chat room, but you want your leaders to. That shit don't make no sense. And that's why a lot of your leaders don't respect you. Just being honest, right? The next thing I want to talk about, all right, is let me talk to everyone world fucking wide on this one. Excuse my language. Listen to this. Sorry, I know that y'all got kids and stuff on here. I see them, like, my bad. Let's talk about this. Recognition. Recognition is something that, right, literally people die for recognition, right? I heard this today, which I heard this many times, but people will die for it, right? Children cry for it, okay? People will stay they come in to make money, but they stay for recognition, right? They come in to make money, but they stay for recognition. That is why we have a huge culture of recognizing everything. That's why everything that we do is a big deal. But get this, as ATMs, and I'm not, just by the way, I'm not the leader of ATMs. I want to make that so clear. I'm just a leader. I'm not the leader of some people are not even in ATMs that are on my squad. They're rocking and doing their own thing and all that other stuff, right? I'm just a leader. A leader within I Am Master Academy, right? I'm just a leader. And so with that part being said, right, I'm saying this to you humbly right now, right? That at the end of the day, we are not perfect as leaders, nor should you right, if you're not getting recognized or anything like that, you should never let that affect your work ethic. If anything, it should turn up your work ethic. Because here's the thing. Yes, we will always do our best to recognize everybody. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing something to get recognized, that's why you're not getting recognized, okay? Now, here's the thing. The things that are going to make you someone who's that's going to get recognized is, I'm going to be honest, right? Not trying, keyword trying, not trying to get results, is getting results, it's having them, okay? So for a long time in this business, I was not recognized, okay? And you want to know what? I said to everybody, they'll see what's good, okay? I'm not a talker. I wasn't recognized because you don't see me, right? You don't see me with all the swagged out people. You don't see me dressed swagged out, wearing black every day, same shit every day. You don't see me, right, talking, right? I'm not the most sexy speaker. I'm not the most sexy guy. I'm not the tallest individual, right? I don't hang out with all the popular people in the company. I don't do that. I never did. I was never recognized. So guess what I did, right? I went and smashed some fucking ranks, right? I went and blew that up. Now, everyone's all of a sudden watching. So here's the thing, right? Don't sit there and complain about not being recognized. Go do something about it. Because at the end of the day, recognition's important. But at the same time, I don't feel bad for you if you're not getting recognized either. Welcome to business, right? Welcome to business. There's going to be times where you're not going to get the credit for stuff that you've done. Yo, guess what? We've done some amazing things across the whole world, and we have not got recognized for a lot of it, or sometimes they will recognize the wrong people, even though it's something that we've done. But guess what, right? That's life. You take your jab and you go back into it. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. But don't sit there and ask for recognition. Recognition is earned. It's not given, okay? It's earned. And the best way to get it is to earn it. The best way to get it is to go get it. The best way to get it is by getting results. Here's the thing. I'm not going to walk, right? I'm not going to walk at Chairman 25 because I already did. So for me to get recognized at the next level, right, at the next convention, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to go smash Chairman 50, which, just so you know, good night on that one. So with that part being said, I'm telling you this as someone that was stuck for 4 years. For 4 years, I was stuck at the same spot. And guess what? I wasn't recognized because I shouldn't have been. I wasn't doing anything to make me recognized. I was working hard, but I had no results. And sometimes when working hard isn't good enough, sometimes people need to start seeing the results, right? And I'm not talking about people outside of there. I'm not talking about the outside world. I'm talking about the leaders in the company, because there's a lot of people that talk about it. There's a lot of people we can't tell. What we can tell is when the results come in. So go get noticed that way. Go get noticed that way, okay? Sunday night calls, right? Woo, didn't know I was gonna be pushing this one. Shit. Where's a couple of y'all at that y'all know what one? Oh, Junie, you're funny. First one up in there. Where's Pablo at? Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Pablo was scared. I'm telling you, he was like, "Yo, Cash." So he's next to me. "Yo, Cash, we have this idea, and you know, it's about trading, but it's gonna be on webinar. But I'm just telling you, I'm not teaching anything. No one's teaching anything, right? Anyone that knows, we do not believe in teaching trading because that's what the company is here for. We have a lot to cover tonight, so what I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna get right into it. Is this right? I absolutely can say that Sunday night call was like the best call that I have like literally ever been on. Like I loved it. Like I loved everything about. I was vibing out for hours, right? Like, yo, Chairman 25 up in there. I was over here like, yo, it's lit. I'm like, oh, Pablo's lit. Look at the hit squad in the back. It was lit. It was lit. It made me engage in it too. I was listening to what they were saying, right? With the calls getting sent out and all that other stuff. I was listening to the value that was given and them pushing people to the company. Keyword, pushing people to the company, pushing people to Gold Cup and all that other stuff, right? And so I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, that shit was a hit. Loved it, right? Loved it. So, you know, Sunday night, let's rock that shit. Let's rock that shit. That's all I got to say. Load that shit up. We should max out that call. We should max out that call. Like, that was sincerely, like, the most amazing thing. It's crazy because, right, I get so much credit for everything because I'm the highest ranked. Yo, I didn't make up that shit. Never would have came close to it. That's amazing. Shout out to everybody that made that call happen. You know, I personally talked to Pablo about it. He doesn't want the credit for it. I don't know who else helped, but, you know, thank you sincerely for everyone that did that. And that's why you need to step back as a leader to let people grow sometimes. I'm very, like, you know, strong-headed. I'm aware. And so if I'm taking a step back sometimes you need to. Just make sure that you're paying attention to what you're letting go of and also let personality slide in there, right? Amazing call, right? Sunday Night Live, fuck. Yeah, I can't believe I said that, right? Rock it, rock that shit, okay? With that part being said, we are not adding like anymore. There ain't gonna be all this, I'm gonna add in a trading call, I'm gonna add in a trading call, none of that other stuff. The way they did this call was genius. It's literally culture, okay? Like the way they're rocking it is just, it's literally part of our culture. You can just get on there and you'll see, but that's specifically why we're going to keep it, and we don't want to add anything because less is more, and I believe that's enough already, okay? With that part being said, you guys get ready. We're going to be going into, right, hotel and home events and all that other stuff. I'm going to tell you the first thing we're going to do, right, like worldwide, is coming right out of whatever situation we're in. The first thing we want to do is throw a hotel event. And like, everyone get ready. The first thing we're doing is we want to make a big bang, right? What do? Right? Amateurs, right? Amateurs join, professionals launch. And again, we're on the monopoly call, the takeover shit call. So we want to come out of this business, not with the home event, but with a big bang, letting everyone know, yo, we're open for business. Let's rock this shit, right? So hotel event, everyone get ready, worldwide, whatever state, country you're in, we're throwing it down just like that hotel event. Get ready for that. That's what you're working for. Some of y'all are brand new. You've never been a part of this yet. If you haven't seen or been to our events, you haven't even experienced it. You haven't even really experienced this yet. It's lit. The other thing is, I have no reason to believe that we're not going to go to Houston. I believe Houston's still on 100%. And so that part being said, we're working to Houston as if it's there. No matter what, that like, don't say, hey, are we doing Houston? Until we hear Houston is canceled, we are going to Houston. That is always the mindset. It's not changing. We're going to Houston. We're bringing a big squad, and we're blowing that shit up. Where are you going to be at when you're there, right? Where are we going to be at when you're there? Now, boom, 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 I'm knocking these out. Perfect. Look, the next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk to anybody that hasn't made any money yet, and anybody that is starting to grow their business right now. Anybody that's starting to really start getting that little wave of momentum. What I want you to really focus on is for those of you that specifically right now are just starting to grow your business, are just starting to get that little bit of momentum. Pay attention to this one thing really fast. You're not, like, I can tell you right now, because I just know the universe, you're not thinking about money anymore. You're just in action. You're just rocking. You're just pushing. You're focused on the now. You're focused on the experience. You're in the now. You're not having anxiety about the future. You're not thinking about the past. Why do I know this? Because I know that's how I got to where I'm at now. And so what is my point? For those of you now that are not making money, the reason why you may not be making money is because that's your goal. Your goal is to make money. You're focused on making money. And the thing is you don't need to focus on making money to make money. The money will come. Let me explain something to you, right? I was talking to, Jose, who's been working his ass off. Okay, I was talking to Jose. You guys don't know Jose, right? Jose has been killing it with our content, filming right now, always taking notes, filming, cutting up videos, all this other stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I got to be the most annoying person to work with, especially when it comes to content and shit. So with that part being said, I was talking to him about YouTube and stuff. And YouTube is something where you can make money off of getting views and all that other stuff, right? Right, ads and all this other shit. But get this, right? We were talking about it, and it was like a little amateur thought came in my head. I wonder how many views I need to make to start making a lot of money with YouTube. It kind of popped in my head. And then I immediately shut it down, and I said to Jose, well, all I'm going to do is just focus on value, and the rest will automatically come. I just know that. I'm just going to focus on the value. I don't care about the money. I'm going to focus on the value. I'm going to focus on giving it my all. I'm going to focus on the experience. Focus on the experience, and the money will come. That's why some of you are starting to gain, right, momentum and all that other stuff, because you're focused on the experience. Yes, there's a goal, right? Yes, there's a goal, but you're not focused on that goal. You're focused on the now, right? Yes, we have momentum. Oh my gosh, you have that abundance feeling. You're excited. It's all coming in. That is what you want to do. And so the reason why we are scaling so fast, why we're moving so quickly, right, is because we're always focused on, right? If you talk to me and any of the top leaders that I work with very closely, we're not talking about money. We're talking about the experience of what people can have, what the experience we want people to have when they come in here. How can we create more value? How can we create more quality? Not quantity, quality, right? Remember when Jason Brown came on here, he said, Cash literally said he's not worried about Chairman 50, worried about the experience, worried about the retention, worried about the people that are coming in. I care that people are getting the value that they're coming for. I do not want to be just a network marketing company. I do not want to be just a Forex company. I want to really be the people that are going to change this entire industry, right? We're the people that are going to do this with integrity, the people that are going to do this and focus on the quality, right? The quality and the experience, not by giving false promises, but by under-promising and over-delivering, right? By focusing on people like their customers and not like their recruits. By focusing on people not like their customers, not like their recruits, but like their customers, okay? Are you looking at people as recruits, got one, or are you looking at people as customers and truly caring about their experience? Because here's the thing, you can recruit all day, but if you don't keep it, why does it matter? And it's easier to keep someone when they came in because you only got to get them to believe in the company once. You only got to get them to believe in your brand once. You only got to get them to believe in you once. And then you just got to get them to believe in themselves within all of that, and now it all manifests for them. But at the end of the day, if we focus on the experience, the money will come, the retention will be there, the momentum will be there. We're scaling right now. If you guys don't see what we're doing right now, we're scaling. That's why this is called Monopoly, because we're already rocking Instagram. We got check marks coming in, check mark, check mark, check mark. Who wants a check mark, right? It used to be, can we get one? Now it's, everyone's a check mark coming in. It's not even a big deal anymore. At the end of the day, right, what I'm saying is that we're taking over Instagram. If you are not to a YouTube level, you shouldn't focus on YouTube right now. I am now at Chairman 25, and let me be honest, I can barely afford to funnel the money into content and all that other stuff. I could barely afford it. So most of you cannot, and it's going to be a waste of your time. Focus on building your brand and your influence right now within Instagram, because it's cheaper. What we're doing is we're scaling for you. We're giving you things to leverage on YouTube. That's going to be for you. We're scaling for you. Now, all you do is follow behind our footsteps, right? I know you can't see it the way it looks like in my head, so I'm trying to explain it for you, right? What we want to do is go step by step. Don't go to YouTube just because we're in YouTube. Stay where you're at. Look where we went to YouTube, right? Your time will come, but don't go ahead too quickly when you haven't mastered the first steps yet. Master the first steps. If you can't grow Instagram, you can't grow YouTube. YouTube is, oh boy. I'm gonna be honest, I do not want to do YouTube. Like, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of footage, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of vision, okay? But now what's gonna happen is we are able to give you something and provide you something that no one else has been able to provide. And that is gonna be the quality content. That's gonna be the stuff that you can leverage, okay? We never had that coming in here. Now we're creating that for you. So take advantage of it, leverage, and you'll get to where we're at faster. We're in the leverage industry, the industry where all you got to do is say, that's my mentor, right? This is our page. That's our team. And now you get to share those results, right? Yes, right? Yes, we might get a lot more people in the beginning or whatever, right? The people that are on YouTube and all this other stuff. But don't think it does not benefit you. Leverage is everything. So what you're going to realize is we're focused on the quality. And we always will be, okay? That is why we are different. That is why our leadership is different. It's not a numbers game. 1 second, take a step back. Everyone, just 1 second. Everyone relax for 1 second. Now what I want you to think about really fast is this. The thing you keep hearing me say over and over is focus on the experience of the customer. I don't want you to miss that part. That's everything. That's everything. Why is it that, that my name is starting to grow and grow and grow? And it's because the quality. Why is that ATMs is growing and growing and growing? Because of the quality. It's the quality that's been given out, and now it's duplicating. Many of you are focused on getting the quality. Some of you, even if you're in ATMs, are focused on the quantity. Do you have the vision? Experience, the customer experience. Amazon, why are they dominating the world? They're focused on the customer experience. They're focused on the customer experience. I can't stress that enough. If you haven't got that, you need to. Why do we do one-on-one Zoom calls and never big op calls, right? Yeah, I know some people on the squad that are on my squad or whatever, right, still do the op calls. But for a lot of us, right, anyone that's really, really working with me, I don't like big op calls. We like individual one-on-one calls, right? Why? Because there's so much quality in a one-on-one call. You can empathize, sympathize. You can relate with them. You can understand everything. We do one-on-ones for a reason. And it also microwaves leadership. So this is so powerful that you understand that. Always focus on the quality. On how you do anything is how you do everything. We want to give the best quality, and then you'll get the best results, and the people will stay, and people will come, right? That's how it will work. So focus on that. We will dominate the industry by just doing that, okay? I lost my train of thought on it. Focus on the experience, blah, blah, blah. What was I just talking about? No, what was I talking about? What was the last thing I was just talking about? Ooh. Yeah, focus on the experience. I don't know, it's gone. But yeah, so focus on that. I know where I was going with that. So the other thing is, I want you guys to understand why we don't do a system. A system is, it's like creating, like when I say a system, I mean like a system, all right? When I say a system, I mean like a structure, like 7 days a week system. We do 2 days set in stone hotel events, and that's our system. We have our chat room thing going down, right? That's our communication. And then we're adding the Sunday night call on. That's it. And so if you think about it, everyone else is like doing this 4-hour work week. Let's do that. I don't really see giving a lot of quality in a 4-hour work week. I just don't. I don't see giving a lot of quality in systematic, doing everything as a system. It's like diagnosing someone, right? It's like diagnosing someone just by like looking at the characteristics. Oh, this person has a cough, right? They have a sore throat. Yep, they have it, right? It's like, but did you check? Did you just go through the system on the paper, or are you giving the quality and going through and checking? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why we don't like a system. The other thing is people don't respect it. That's why we're unorthodox, okay? Now, that's also why you don't see me. I might be on these little small individual trainings, but you don't see me doing training. Why? Because it's as annoying as it sounds, right? It's as annoying as it sounds. And what you'll realize is people will not respect, right, your calls anymore. So it adds more value if it's given less. Now, with that part being said, I don't want to confuse you. Many of you that are on the come up, right? P1Ks, P2Ks, P600s, right? You've got to be duplicating. You're growing quickly. You need to be having 1 to 2 calls a week, right? With your leaders or retraining on everything. Launch is always done at 100%. Don't you ever launch on some bullshit. Never give a bullshit launch. Never systemize a launch. Never be too lazy to do a launch. Those guys, these women, these guys, everyone coming in, all of them have paid because they're investing in you. They're investing in themselves because you said it was going to work. Don't you dare half-ass them because you got the sign up. Don't you dare do it. I don't care how tired you are, how exhausted you are. Give them the quality in that launch. Okay? Yeah. Now, look, now is the time. Now is the time to think big right now. Now is the time, okay? I'm going to be honest. Right, a lot of you are learning to believe in yourselves and all this other stuff. Many of you that have been here for a while, I'm talking worldwide, you're getting the results that you've never had and the results that you've always wanted. And you're going to be stuck in this gray area, this one where, right, you just now broke that bad part where you had no confidence. But now you're in the gray area where you're getting confidence, but now you're scared to have that much confidence, right? Some of you know what I'm talking about. You're scared to get to that next level. You're in that gray area where you're thinking big, but then you're also thinking, well, what if I can't have it, right? Well, what if it does go away? Well, what if this does happen? Am I good enough, right? Can I actually have that? Oh my God, is this goal actually obtainable? It's scary. Most of us are not scared. Most of us are not scared that we're not going to have a goal. We're scared that we can have it. We're scared that it's going to be in reach. And we start sabotaging ourselves. We start self-sabotaging ourselves, right? Savage, I love you. I can see you like, oh boy, right? I'm telling you right now, is the time to think bigger, because I'm telling you, I was there. I was that person that was like, I'm scared of success. I've worked all of these years. Chairman is right there. I'm scared right now. I don't think I can hit it, right? There's no way. My dream is there. I've been working all my life I've never had a degree. I've never had anything to my name. I don't have a high school diploma. I've never done anything that says Cash Cartier has accomplished something. And now I'm right there. It can't be me. I can't, there's no way I could tell my friends and family I'm a six-figure earner. That can't be me, right? And I always say this, but the easiest thing I have ever done in my entire life was make six figures. That was the easiest thing I've ever done. The hardest thing that I have ever done was believe that I could do it, was getting myself to believe that I could do it. All you got to do is believe that you could do it, that you're worthy enough. We're on the back end of this call, so don't you get tired right now, okay? Don't you get tired right now. So you've got to believe that you can do it. You've got to believe you can do it. Here's the thing. Many of you have a team. Many of you have a squad. And I'm going to tell you, I remember having this mindset, right? And it finally hit me. And it actually put a fire in my ass. And my mindset was, I have to go hit chairman. I have to go hit chairman, not for me, but because my team actually needs me to. They need to see that if I can do it, they can do it. They need to have somebody that they can believe in, so that that person can then make them believe in themselves. I must hit chairman for my team. I must get to that next level for my team. And so what I'm saying to all of you that are on this call, I still have fears. I still think maybe I won't make it to that next level. Maybe I won't get this. But then sometimes I'm like, when I'm hearing that, I say, shut up, right? That's not what we're doing right now. I'm going to win. This is my mind. This is my head, right? How are you going to beat me when I'm playing inside my own head? And so what we've got to do is we've got to fight back. You've got to say, shut up to that voice. Like literally say, shut up and dominate that voice in your head. This isn't hype. This isn't a hype call. I don't like when people are like, you're motivating me. I'm not this isn't for motivation. This is factual. You've got to understand that people need you to get to that next level, that people need to see you get there. It's selfish for you not to. It's selfish for you to quit. It's selfish for you to slow down. Your team needs you to get there. And now here's the thing. You will always see me going grabbing that fucking trophy, right? Every single convention I'm grabbing that trophy. You know you're going to see me up there. Why? Because I've made it a responsibility as one of the top leaders in this movement that I'm starting the culture right now. We're starting the culture right now that every single convention, we're grabbing something. We're walking up there for something. We're getting recognized for something. So, if you're just coming in there, go get your P150 certificate, go get your P600, go get your P1K, go get your P2K, go get your P5K. But, after that, go get your fucking trophies, go get your rings, and get all of that shit. That's what you got to do. That's the culture. Every single convention, we're grabbing something. That's the culture. And since we've done it, we've never missed, and we never will. Because that's what we do with this squad. That is the culture. Because it's selfish for us not to go up there. It's selfish for me not to walk up there at the next chairman level, because this team needs to see how fast we're moving. And you are a representation of me, and I'm a representation of you. And we are a representation of each other. We need the sidelines to do it. We need the uplines to do it. We need the downlines to do it. We need the family to blast through this and go to that next level. I hope you really understand what I'm saying. We've got to monopolize this entire industry, monopolize the States, monopolize the UK, monopolize Europe, monopolize the world. I'm talking online, offline, Instagram, YouTube. We want it all. We're coming for all of that shit, just like that. And I'm going to be honest, okay? This just never been no fucking hype. Like, when have we ever been wrong? Like, when have we, Cash, I was motivated. This isn't motivation. This is just fucking facts. We're grabbing a trophy every time. Every single time, right? Let the felon go grab the trophies for all the misfits and let everyone else out there, all the misfits, come and get your shit too. Because I'm sick of saying it's hard. This shit's easy if we make it that easy. It's easy if we start believing in ourselves. You need to go get your shit, bro. Your family needs you to go get it. Your family needs you to go get it. Now is the time to think big. Now is the time to say, screw that gray area, right? A lot of you are like, it can't be me. Why can it not be you? Why can it not be you? From the bottom of my heart, swear to God, why could it not be you? Am I different? Am I different? I'm not different. I'm not different. The only thing that separates me from anyone is I was too stupid to quit. You've got to grind so hard, but it's not about the grind. It's about the passion within the grind. You got to love it. It's got to go into the unconscious competence level where you're grinding every single day to where you turn godlike into the grind, where now you're abundant. It's just flowing in. The team is just growing with or without you. Every time you look, it's a volume update. Every time you check a trade, it's in the fucking blue. Every time you check the bank account, it's going up, right? Every time you walk, right, you're hitting another rank. You can feel it. You're demanding it. You demand to do whatever your rank is, whatever your goal is. That's what you got to do. You've got to demand it. Stop asking for it. You don't sit there and say, can I? You sit there and say, I'm going to. I'm going to go take what's mine. This is how you attract. This is how you go take it. You are a creator. You are a creator. There's nothing different between me or you. There's nothing different between Chairman 500s and us. The only difference is the will to go get it. The will to go have it, the worthiness of it. We are worthy of it. You're worthy of success. No hype. I want you to look at you. Fuck me right now. Don't look at me. I want you to really check your soul right now, because you're the only person that's going to I'm not going to get you to the next level. I'm not. You're going to get you to the next level. I can help you, but the only person that's going to get you to the next level is you. You've got to really look and say, I am worthy. Right? I do believe in myself. Don't believe in me. I always say this, my job, my goal is not to get you to believe in me. My goal and my job is to get you to believe in yourself, because you're the one that's going to achieve your dreams. I don't need the hype. I don't need the hoorah. I don't care. I know a lot of leaders want to walk up in the chairman section all swagged out and all that other shit, and everyone to look at them like they're godlike. We're not doing that right now, right? What you want to do, right, is don't look at me like that. I want you to look at you and say, I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I sit back there, and in every event, I'm telling you, until we get a whole bunch of chairmen up in that section, I'm not sitting in that chairman section. I might go sit there, right, for an hour just to mingle, show my face, but then I'm going to sit my ass with the squad. Why? Because I'm not better than anyone else. Don't get excited because I'm there, right? Be excited because you're coming up there, and I'm not sitting up there without you. Now, when our chairman, smash chairman, they're not going up there either. That is the culture. So I'm sick of people hitting this next level and them acting like they're too good. Money will change you. Money will change you, right? Or what you could do is find out who you are now. But my thing is I never forgot where I came from. So don't you ever forget where you came from, right? I was broke. I was a felon. Why can you not do it? Why can you not? Why? I'm so sick of y'all not believing in yourselves. Just facts. Why can you not? With the bottom line, I literally have so much passion for helping people, because it's just I can't believe people actually don't believe that they can do this shit. I can't believe it. We are sitting on a gem right here, okay? The vision is so clear right now. And I'm not saying that you're gonna be able to see it right now. I'm just saying that you gotta have that faith of that mustard seed within inside you right now. And that means that you work even if you don't believe it sometimes. That means you work when you have doubt. You work, you grind, You transmute it, right? But have the passion in the grind. The passion in the grind is key. The passion in the grind is what's attracting it faster. That's why all of you that do have momentum, you're passionate for the grind right now. You're passionate about what's happening. You're putting more focus into it. You're becoming one with it, and it's becoming part of your subconscious mind. It has no choice but to give you what you want right now. That's why when you hit that next rank, I always say, I know you're excited, but don't celebrate. Take that power within you and go hit that next one. Put all of that energy. You're attracting fast. You're manifesting quickly right now, right? So we've just had a P5K pop, right? Multiple P2s, right? Many of you, right, are smashing these ranks quicker than I ever did. Quicker than Drake ever did, quicker than Drew and Luke and Tim and Mike and anyone else on your squad. Why? We've already cut the curve, you guys. We've already cut it. We've already cut it. Now is the time to think big. And I'm going to be honest, not everyone on this call is going to make it, right? Not everyone it's like the NFL. Not everyone's going to make it. But unlike the NFL, everybody can. Just not everybody's going to have the will to do it. This is our world now. And that's all I got to say. Yo, I'm telling you, like I've been saying, quality experience, right? We've got to pop this shit off. Houston, we're going into Houston, right? We're going into Houston at minimum 1,000 deep. At minimum 1,000 deep. At minimum 1,000 deep. You pick your number, and don't you ever change your goal after you write that shit down. And now is the time to think big. Most of you, I would have at minimum chairman. My P2Ks out there around the world, okay? Chairman 25. Why would you not? Why would you not do that? This is our world. Unleash that shit. Go ham right now, okay? So with that part being said, all right, that's all I got to say. I love you guys. Now is the time. The best time to do anything is now, okay? The best time to do anything is now. So with that part being said, you guys, yo, let's fucking get it, right? Walking ATMs isn't everything. It's the only thing. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's get it. Boom.
Good call. Quality call. Quality call, my friend. That was a banger. And that was a banger. That was a banger, my friends. That was a banger, bruh!
That's it.
That was deep. That was a banger, bruh! That was a banger, bruh! That was a banger, bruh!
Bulls make money. Bears make money. Pigs get slaughtered. Let's get it.